Okay, we'll get started with Torey. First question for Torey. We'll start with leaning to the right.
Torey, how does this feel? I mean, 2 wins at home, first wins in the NLCS in 22 years for this team. Journey's not, still going, job's not finished, but How does this moment feel?
Better than you can imagine. And you said it best, right? We're in the middle of a journey. It's a 3-game series, and we're not going to lose focus. We're going to keep that competitive edge and that competitive focus. I can guarantee you that. But we're going to enjoy this moment. I can't really describe how I feel because I haven't had a chance to interpret what just happened. It happened so quickly, and it was just a group of players banding together and getting the job done. And there's a lot of excitement in that clubhouse. We got a lot of 23-year-olds that go out and perform at a high level, and then when it's time for them to act like 23-year-olds, they do. And that's a lot of fun for me to watch. But it's a great moment for this organization. I'm very proud of these guys. I love this team. I love these guys.
What did you say to your 23-year-old Alec Thomas before he had that moment?
I wish I could tell you I gave him some unbelievable insight. I did call him back. I just told him, stay with me through the course of being on deck because I might change my plan with pinch hitting you at that particular time. To be honest, I was going to maybe think about bunting Lawler in that spot and then using Alec at a different point in time in the at-bat. But I didn't tell him anything. I wish I was a better liar. I could tell you that I was the reason why he hit the home run, but Alec Thomas had an amazing moment, and he has a lot to be proud of.
Down here on the left.
Torey, this stadium is not known for home field advantage, as you well know. What do you make of these last 3 games and what this has felt for you and your guys?
Yeah. To the fans of Arizona, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to just make sure you understand what it feels like when you walk into the stadium and you guys are here and alive at 47,000 plus. It is so loud. It is helping us get through those emotional highs and lows, and you're carrying us through those times. So keep coming. We got one more here tomorrow, and we feel it. But we don't necessarily have that during the year, but we want it. And we know that we've got to go out there and earn their trust back. And hopefully when we do things like this, the baseball world sees that the Arizona Diamondbacks are a damn good baseball team. And, I'm tired of that narrative that we're lucky to be here. I want everybody to know that we don't feel like it, and hopefully they are starting to change their mind as well.
Clinton.
Just getting back to Alec real quick. I mean, you pressed this button as a runner, you pressed this button as a batter, and he's come through both times. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like for a kid like that to stay locked in no matter what you're asking of him over the course of a series or even the playoffs?
Yeah, you're talking about Alec, right? Yeah. A couple of really big asks for him, right? He didn't start the past couple of days because I was matching up and trying to maximize some situations offensively, but he stayed ready. And that to me speaks volumes about a young player and his readiness. When you don't take it personal that you're not playing, you wait for your opportunity, and then you seize that opportunity. That's what excites me most. And it's hard to stay locked in over the course of a 9-inning game, but when you're coming off the bench, it's a little bit more challenging. I think he just stepped on the gas pedal at the right time and had a great moment for himself and this organization.
Barry.
So, Torey, now that it's over, can you divulge how choreographed your pitching was and how you maybe diverted from the original plan?
Yeah, it was very close to what we talked about. And I clipped Saul Frank a little bit early. He was going to get a little bit of the bulk. He was going to go, I think it was 6 or 7 hitters, but I could tell that he was grinding and struggling. I did not see that coming. He's been very effective, especially left on left. And you've got 2 unbelievable left-handed hitters that you just got to contain. And I felt like that was going to give us the best opportunity. It did not work out the way we wanted to, but it was really close. We were probably 2 or 3 batters off.
And how grinding is it to go through 8 pitchers in a game like this, hoping that each one of them is going to be able to perform in the spot you put them in?
Yeah, I mentioned that today. I felt like knowing when we announced that Joe Mantiply was going to be the starter, I think it was a red alert for the entire bullpen to know that I'm coming here tomorrow to get some work in. We saved the bulk righties. I think a lot of people were assuming we'd go to Ciccone or Nelson to push it to bridge it to the back end, but I was saving them for extra innings, and I knew that we had probably 8 or 9 innings of pitching. There's no ghost runner, so we were a little bit challenged. But yeah, I think the guys, the bullpen did a great job, and I do need to acknowledge what they did today was tremendous. I think if we pick up a baseball where I think they scored 3 runs, I think it's a different outcome as far as the total numbers of runs that they scored.
Just one more for people who weren't around here all year. Maybe explain the journey that Thomas actually went through this year, up and down from the minor leagues, trying to fix his swing, trying to get his head together to hit in the major leagues. That culminating in this tonight, it's a pretty incredible start.
It is, and it is a game of adjustments, and he's made some quality adjustments, and I think, as you are learning about yourself, there are some hard lessons to be learned, and they're frustrating. And he took it in stride by going down and improving and getting the job done to come back up here to have good moments. He's a tremendous talent, but those adjustments, you could see they're coming out the other end. I know sending him down earlier in the year was not easy for any of us, especially him, but he took it in stride and made good things happen in back of that.
On the right side?
Torey, just to go back to Saul Frank quickly, it looked like the timing couldn't have been better with Marsh and then 2 more lefties after coming up. But the decision after Schwarber walked to stick with him for Turner and Harper, can you take us through that a bit more?
Yeah, that was something I was thinking about as I was watching those next 2 at-bats with Turner and then Harper getting on base via the base on ball. So, at that point in time, I was kind of kicking myself. I could have clipped him a little bit early, but then there would have been a huge workload placed on Thompson. And I thought about it. I definitely thought about it, but I didn't think it was gonna back up on Saul Frank like it did. I thought he was gonna get one of those next 2 guys out, put us in a good position to kind of lighten the load on Thompson. But we'll live and learn. I think he needs to come out and be aggressive with his stuff. I think his best pitches were the 3-0, 3-1, and the first 3-2 foul ball to Harper. He started to make pitches late in that outing, so we got to get better at that.
Just with the dynamic of Game 5 now, after the bullpens were so heavily used for both sides in Game 4 and the 2 aces coming back on the mound, I want to ask you first just about the opportunity Zach has after the way he pitched in Game 1, and just how much of a grind this has been so far, but how much of a grind it's going to look like it's going to be again tomorrow.
First of all, I couldn't think of a better starting pitcher to have tomorrow, knowing that Zach is going to be walking in here and he's going to give us as many pitches as he possibly can. And then, in back of that, we're going to piece together the bullpen the best way we know how. I'll tell you right now, it's a 3-game series, and everybody's going to be available tomorrow. I think, like I said, if you want it bad enough, you're never tired. And this team is extremely motivated. I know that guys are going to step on it, stand on it, find a way to get it done. I think they take things personal. They got a chip on their shoulder. I know their backup catcher made a statement about sprinting towards a pool or making a beeline to the pool. So I think they're wearing that a little bit, and they're motivated by that externally, and they're motivated to be as good as they possibly can internally.
All right, thanks, Torey.
Thanks,
We'll see you
guys.
tomorrow.